5 seconds to go. Start. Honorable members, modernization of our armed forces is essential for a strong India. Reforms in our armed forces should be a continuous process so that our forces maintain their supremacy during wars. Guided by this, my government has introduced many reforms in the defense sector in the last 10 years. Reforms like CDS have given new strength to our defense forces. My government has taken many important steps to make the defense sector self reliant. The defense sector has greatly benefited from the reforms in ordnance factories. More than 40 ordnance factories have been restructured into 7 defense sector enterprises, resulting in improvement of their capacity and efficiency. It is due to such reforms that India is now manufacturing defense equipment worth more than rupees 1 lakh crore. In the last decade, our defense exports have increased more than 18 times to the level of rupees 21,000 crore. The BrahMos missile defense deal with the Philippines has strengthened India's standing in defense export sector. By providing encouragement to youth and their startups, the government has been able to lay down a strong foundation for a self-reliant defense sector. My government is also developing two defense corridors in Uttar Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. It is a matter of joy for all of us that last year nearly 70% of the total procurement of the defense forces has been sourced from Indian manufacturers only. Our defense forces have decided not to import over 500 defense items. All these arms and defense related equipments are being procured only from Indian companies. My government has always given priority to the needs of the personnel in the armed forces. That is why, after 4 decades, one rank, one pension has been implemented. Under this, rupees 1,20,000 crore have been disbursed till date. In the honor of our martyrs, the government has also established the National War Memorial at one end of Kartavya Path. These efforts are not only salutations from a grateful nation for its brave soldiers, but also a source of constant inspiration of the ideal of nation first. Honorable members, my government is involved in creating an enabling environment for the youth of this country to dream big and realize those dreams. In the last 10 years, every such obstacle which caused trouble to our youth has been removed. In the past, the youth had to run from pillar to post in order to get their certificates attested. Now their self attestation is sufficient. Interviews for recruitment into Group C and Group D posts of the central government have been abolished. Earlier, the students who studied in Indian languages faced an unfair situation. With the implementation of the new national education policy, my government has been able to remove this injustice. Now, students can take up engineering courses in Indian languages. In the past 10 years, 7 new IITs, 16 IIITs, 7 IIMs, 15 new AIMS, 315 medical colleges, and 390 universities have been established. It is the endeavor of the government to further strengthen these institutions and increase their numbers as per requirement. The government is working towards establishing a digital university as well, Programs like Atal Tinkering Labs, Startup India, and Stand Up India have helped improve the capacity of youth of the country. It is due to these efforts that today India has become the third largest startup ecosystem in the world. Honorable members, it is the continuous endeavor of the government to provide right opportunities to the youth of the country to demonstrate their talent. Whether it is competitive examinations or government recruitment, there should be no reason for any hindrance. This process requires complete transparency and probity. Regarding the recent instances of paper leak in some examinations, my government is committed to a fair investigation and ensuring strict punishment to the culprits. Even earlier, we have witnessed many instances of paper leaks in different states. It is important that we rise above party politics and undertake concrete measures nationwide. Parliament has also enacted a strict law against unfair means in examinations. My government is working towards major reforms in examination related bodies, their functioning, and all aspects of the examination process. Honorable members, for further increasing the participation of youth in nation building, my government has launched Mera Yuva Bharat, My Bharat campaign. So far, more than 1.5 crore youth have registered for it. This initiative will inculcate leadership skills and seed the spirit of service among the youth. Today, our youth is getting new opportunities to move forward in sports as well. Due to effective efforts of my government, young Indian players are winning a record number of medals at global platforms. The Paris Olympics is also going to start in a few days. We are proud of every athlete representing India at the Olympics. I convey my best wishes to them. To take these achievements further, the Indian Olympic Association is also preparing to host the 2036 Olympic Games. Honorable members, the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita will come into force in the country from the 1st of July. During the British regime, there was the mindset to punish the subjects. Unfortunately, the same penal system of the colonial era continued for many decades after independence. The idea of changing this was much talked about for many decades, but it is my government which has shown the courage to do it. Now, justice will get priority over punishment, which also conforms to the spirit of our constitution. These new laws will speed up the judicial process. Today, when the country is becoming free of the colonial mindset in different aspects, this is a big step in that direction. It is also a real tribute to our freedom fighters. My government has started granting citizenship to refugees under the CAA. It has ensured a dignified life to many families who have suffered due to partition. I wish a better future for the families who have been granted citizenship under CAA. Honorable members, while building the future, my government is re establishing the splendor and heritage of Indian culture. Recently, a new chapter has been added to it in the form of the grand campus of Nalanda University. Nalanda was not just a university but a testimony to India's glorious past as a global knowledge hub. I am confident that the new Nalanda University will help in making India a global knowledge hub. It is the endeavor of my government to continue to inspire the future generations with our legacy of thousands of years. That is why places of pilgrimage and centers of faith and spirituality are being spruced up across the country. Honorable members, My government is working with the same pride for heritage as it has been working for development. This resolve for pride in heritage is becoming a symbol of honor for the scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, the deprived, and all communities. My government started celebrating the birth anniversary of Bhagwan Birsa Munda as Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. The 150th birth anniversary of Bhagwan Birsa Munda will be celebrated across the country next year with great enthusiasm. The country is also celebrating the 500th birth anniversary of Rani Durgavati on a large scale. Last month, the country had started the year-long celebration to mark the 300th birth anniversary of Rani Ahilya Bai Holkar. Earlier, the government also celebrated the 550th Prakash Parv of Guru Nanak Dev Ji and the 350th Prakash Parv of Guru Gobind Singh Ji with great fervor. The tradition of celebrating festivals like Kashi Tamil Sangam and Saurashtra Tamil Sangam in the spirit of Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat was also initiated by my government. The new generations get inspiration for nation building from these events and the sense of national pride is made stronger. Stop.